Hi everybody, this is Christian Around's Movie Corner, and and I and 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 I just and last night I just saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse with my family at Festival Mall Cinemas. Festival Mall Cinemas. Yep, that's right. I just saw this movie with my family at Festival Mall Cinemas last night, and let me tell you, this was a great and awesome sequel. But 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 the first one was great, in my opinion. This sequel was great, in my opinion, and and I have a movie ticket to show you guys, and here it is. So yeah, and so I'll read the I'll read the plot on Wikipedia. On Earth, on Earth 65, Gwen Stacy lives with her father, Police Captain George, who is unaware that she is Spider Woman. Years prior, Gwen actually caused the death of her best friend, Peter Parker, while he was mindlessly re- rampaging as the lizard, as the police have been hunting her ever since. One night, Gwen encounters a version of the vulture of an Italian Renaissance Eve alternate universe. Spider people Nico O'Hara and Jessica Drew arrive using photo-generating watches and help Gwen subdue the vulture. Gwen reveals her identity to George. Distraught by the revelation, he accepts to arrest her. Miguel he grudgingly grants Gwen me- membership into his spider society and she escapes through a quarrel with him and Jess. In Brooklyn on Earth 1610, 60, 16 months after the Alchemax Calendar's destruction, Morales misses Gwen and lives with her parents. As Spider-Man, Miles encounters the Spot, and an economic scientist whose body was infused with what just after the Cornell explosion. The Spot blames Miles from his condition and reveals that, while originally testing the co- collider, he transported a spider from Earth 42 that later bit Miles. Later on, the Spot travels into the spot wh- where he learns to travel to other universes containing colliders to Earth, Earth Empire himself first. White travels to Earth 1610 and reconnects with Miles while secretly tracking the spy. Miles, invisible, watches Gwen trace the spy to Earth by 5,000 and 5 million one one 5,000,000 one 101 before just calls Gwen, instructing her to cut off contact with Miles. Miles follows Gwen through a coil to Earth 150101, and they team up with Spider-Man, Fear, Tremor, and Omicron against the Spot, who observes the power of that world's collider. Before the Spot escapes, he and Miles share a version of his future attack that includes Miles' father, Jeff. As the collider collapses, Miles sees police inspector Seth, the father of 12-year girlfriend, but the dimension begins falling apart from the disconnect event. Members of the Spider Society arrive to access the damage. while Miles, Gwen, and Hobby are are sent to the society headquarters in Melbourne, York on Earth 9, 9, 928, where hundreds of spider people reside in a massive complex. Three- The three met with Miguel are joined by Peter P. Parker as and his infant daughter Mayday. Miguel explains to Miles to that each of the Spider People stories detail connect events, such as the death of a police captain close to Spider-Man, and that straying from those events threatens reality. Miguel admits that he tried to replace as the naked version of himself from another universe who had a happy family, only for that, only for that universe to collapse. Maya realized that despite murdering Jeff, who will be promoted to police captain in 2 days, is a condemned event. Miguel influences Miles to prevent him from saving Jeff. But Happy helps Miles break loose before using a portal to quit the society. Miguel orders all other members of the society to stop Miles. Miguel eventually corners Miles and tells him that he was never supposed to become Spider-Man, since the spider that bit him came from Earth 42. When consequently has no Spider-Man, Miles flees as supposedly returns to his home dimension with the help of Marco Gus Spider-Bite. Considering Gwen a liability, Miguel forcibly sends her home. On Earth 65, Gwen reconciles with George, who has resigned as police captain. He gives her a photo watch Hobby left to her, and Gwen decides to use it to find and help Miles. Miles returns to his apartment and reveals to his mother that he's Spider-Man, whom whom she whom she does he, whom she does not recognize. Maya realizes that he's on Earth 42, a world where his decreased Uncle Aaron Davis is alive while Jeff is dead. Miguel, Jess, and Ben Riley Scarlet Spider travels to Earth 1610 searching for Miles. Gwen arrives through her own portal, which she sends Ben through. She then speaks with Miles' parents and promises to bring him home. While Jess while Jess spies under conversation, Aaron restrains Miles and it's revealed Earth 42's Miles has become the prowler. As the squad returns to Earth 1610 and begins to attack, one assembles a team to find Miles, consisting of Peter B, Mayday, Brother, Hopi, Margot, Spider-Man North, Penny Parker, and Spider-Man. And there you have it. That's the plot of this movie now. What do I think of it? Like I said before, this is a great and awesome sequel. And so yeah, and 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 this is one of the best. This is one of my best movies, best anime movies of 2023. So yeah, and the directors did a good job in this movie as well. And Phil Lord and Christopher Miller did a good job with this movie. And who wrote the Lego Movie and the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and the Pictures versions of the sheets. So yeah, and I thought the voice acting was great, and the animation was great, and and the voice cast did a good job of this movie. Sherman Moore did great as Miles Morales as normal Spider-Man. Haley Steinfeld did great as Gwen Stacy as known as Spider-Woman. Jason Schwartzman did good as Dr. Jonathan Orr as known as the Spot. Jake Johnson did great as Peter B. Parker as known as Spider-Man. Um, Daniel Kula did great as Bobby Brown as known as Spider-Punk. Herschel Ali did great as Aaron Davis. Oscar Isaac did great as Miguel O'Hara as known as Spider-Man 2099. So yeah, and I thought the music was great in this movie. Daniel Pernan did a good job as did a good job did a great job composing this movie. So yeah, and and I think I think Sony Pictures Animations is highest grossing film and the fifth highest grossing film of 2023. So yeah, and and if you haven't seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, if you haven't seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse yet, what are you waiting for? Go watch, go, 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 s- go see, go see this film. You will not be disappointed. You you will not you will not be disappointed. So yeah, and there I have it, guys. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, and turn on push notifications if you haven't yet. Hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching. And until then, this is Christian Myers Movie Corner signing off.